Capitalism. Capitalism is an economic system based on the private ownership of the means of production and their operation for profit. Its central characteristics include private property, free exchange, competition, division of labor, and social cooperation. Communitarianism. Communitarianism emphasizes the well-being and importance of the community as the primary social unit. It argues that absolute individualism is harmful when it contradicts the common good. Conservatism. Conservatism, as the name suggests, tries to conserve traditional values in Western culture. Conservatives usually promote the nuclear family, organized religion, the military, and property rights. Liberalism. Liberalism is usually cited as the dominant ideology in modern history. It advocates that every individual has their own rights, that the government must be approved by its own people, and that everyone should be treated equally before the law. Liberalism also favors free markets, elections between multiple political parties, and a separation of powers into different branches of the government. Additionally, it supports a separation of religion from the government and a set of fundamental values written in the Constitution, including privacy rights, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of assembly, and freedom of religion. Moderatism. Moderatism likes to stay within what is called the Overton window, which is the range of politically acceptable policies to the mainstream population. In most cases, moderates are apolitical, meaning they don't care much about politics but have some knowledge about it. Separatism. Separatism, also known as secessionism, seeks to establish a nation, country, sovereign state, or government separate from an already existing nation. Socialism. There are many types of socialism, making it an umbrella term. In the classical sense, socialism describes worker-owned means of production, heavily supporting worker co-ops, democratic self-management, and workplace democracy. In the modern age, it advocates for workers' democratic self-management, high taxation on the wealthy, and nationalization of key parts of industry. One of its key values is social ownership. Syndicalism. Syndicalism, a child of socialism, believes that unionization of the workforce, the establishment of local decentralized revolutionary worker organizations called syndicates, and the advancement of workers' demands through strikes and direct action are the best methods to achieve a socialist society. Corporatism. Corporatism advocates for the organization of society in different areas of employment, such as agriculture, military, engineering, etc., based on people's interests and skills. It believes in a cross-class system of regulation, where workers, employers, and the state negotiate with one another to efficiently run the economy and satisfy all parties involved. Libertarianism. Libertarianism upholds liberty as a core value and seeks to maximize autonomy and political freedom. It advocates for a very limited government and believes in principles such as equality before the law and the basic rights to life, liberty, and property. Communism. Communism is centered around common ownership of the means of production, distribution, and exchange, allocating products to everyone in society based on need. A communist society doesn't have private property, social classes, money, or the state. Feminism. Feminism aims to define and establish the political, economic, personal, and social equality of the sexes. It holds the position that societies prioritize the male point of view and that women are treated unjustly in these societies. Efforts to change this include fighting against gender stereotypes and improving educational and professional opportunities for women. Anarchism. Anarchism advocates for a society without rulers or constituted authority, with a focus on the notion of freedom. It advocates for the replacement of the state with stateless societies and voluntary free associations. Egalitarianism. Egalitarianism prioritizes social equality for all people, advocating that all citizens of a state should be accorded equal rights and treatment under the law. Environmentalism. Environmentalism, sometimes called green politics, represents a range of ideologies that believe nature should be a significant factor in deciding public policy, whether it involves increasing recycling, decreasing CO2 emissions, or stopping water pollution. Populism. Populism focuses on appealing to a large number of people and their sensibilities, believing that what the masses want must be what the masses get. It's often associated with democracies due to its reliance on popular support and is frequently anti-establishment and anti-politics. Republicanism. Republicanism centers around a system of government that is non-hereditary and in opposition to monarchism. It gives political power to its citizens in a state organized as a republic. Progressivism. Progressivism views heritage stemming from the past as less important than societal progress. It's essentially the opposite of conservatism. Imperialism. Imperialism, once very popular, believes a country should expand its power or influence through military action. It's noted for its advocacy of war and the belief that powerful nations should rule over weaker ones. Transhumanism. Transhumanism believes in upgrading humanity with technology to overcome its challenges, ultimately aiming for immortality and an incredibly advanced mind and body. Nazism. Nazism, a form of fascism, focuses on racist ideology, particularly the belief in the superiority of the Aryan race. It promotes eugenics and hatred towards certain groups, such as Jews and homosexuals. Authoritarianism. Authoritarianism is characterized by a strong central power that demands obedience to authority and limits political and civil freedoms. Fascism. Fascism is characterized by a controlling government, rejection of multiple party systems, strong central power often led by a dictator, ultranationalism, militarism, and suppression of opposition. I'll be making similar videos, so subscribe to see them.